the internet. I am Movie Talker, and today I'm going to give you my top 10 favourite horror movies. I was going to do my top 10 favourite movies just in general, but I thought that would take too long and you don't want to hear me ramble too much, considering this is actually a talking video. But anyways, let's get into number 10, which is Get Out. If you don't know what Get Out is a really good horror, I would say thriller, some kind of. It's really weird, but it does focus on the class of racism, and the director Jordan Peele does an amazing job directing the movie, and the actors in it is, I can't remember the main actor's name, but he does a really good job in one really good scene. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you should go check it out. It was made in 2016. Number 9, I have to think about this because I can only easily pick number 10, but when it goes past 10, it's like, well, which one should I pick? Because there's a lot that are really good. Oh, I think number 9. I'm gonna go with Frogs. And you probably won't know what Frogs is, but it's an old movie. I think it just went straight to DVD or to rent. A family is attacked by killer frogs. That's basically the premise, but it's really funny, and yes, some people will think, oh, it's not really that good, but I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. Now, number 8, that would be, I'm gonna go with the first Predator, the very first one. I think it was 1981, or it might be 1984. It was something around that, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows Predator. But if you don't, a group of Marines go into a forest to save someone, but I think it's to save someone, or they're going to attack a base, but they get tracked down by this creature. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is in it, and everybody loves that. Everyone loves Mr. Arnold. Number 7, I go with the Terminator. Again, Arnold Schwarzenegger is back on the list. Terminator, I think 1984. It's about a cyborg goes back in time to eliminate a woman who could potentially win the robot war, when another man goes back in time to save her. Yeah, Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger put a massive performance in there. I include Terminator because it is like sort of a horror movie, but the rest of them aren't. They're just sci-fi action. Hence why they're not on the list. If I did, I would have said all of them, but some of them were quite a bit meh. Number 6, I would have to go with, I'm going to go with the first Leprechaun. I can't remember what year it was released, but Warwick Davis does play the titular villain. Even though when I first watched it, I thought, what is that? But then I watched it again after a few times, and I come to appreciate it. It's really fun to watch. I don't know if they're related or anything, but I'll say a group of teenagers and kids move into a farmhouse that an old man used to own, and they're terrorized by the leprechaun and his sort of bad puns. But as the movie goes on, it gets better. Do not watch Leprechaun 4. Leprechaun 4 is awful. Number 5, right, the top 5. Ooh. Shut up, cars. I'm gonna go with The Nun. It's a prequel to the Conjuring franchise, where we first meet Valak the Nun. I think it's a connection to Lorraine Warren, I think. As usual, the Conjuring universe is amazing, and I love the films that they do. And the jump scares are really worth it. I can't remember what year it came out in. It's probably like 2019 or something. I could be wrong. Number 4, I had to pick between either Friday the 13th, the first one, or A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, and I had to go with Jason, Friday the 13th. Sorry, I keep saying Jason. Jason wasn't in the first movie. Well, he was, but he wasn't in that much. A group of teenagers go to trying to open a camp, and they get killed by one by one. I mean, some bits of it were frustrating to watch because they took so long to, get over it. I mean, one scene, I'm going to spoil this one for you, had to watch someone make a cup of tea. I mean, I was waiting for something to happen, but nothing happened. They just made a cup of tea. So the top 3, number 3 is A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. I think it's 1981, 1984. A group of teenagers keep getting killed in their sleep by a finger-knifed man, and ever since then he's been really iconic. I love the first one just by how amazing it looks. Now at number 2 is gonna be Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie that came out last year. Last year. And that was a big moment for Blumhouse. I think they were so happy with that. They were obviously going to greenlit a sequel. I think Mangle's going to be in the sequel. But if you don't know Five Nights at Freddy's, you work as a security guard and you've got to survive the nights until 6 a.m. But don't let the animatronics come in and eat you. I will say the movie disappointed me a little bit, but it made up for everything else. And I really hope that the sequel is better than the first one. And now for number 1 is obviously going to be The Conjuring. I have to pick The Conjuring. It's amazing, it's beautiful, it's magnificent. The Conjuring follows I think it could be a true story, or it could be hocus pocus, but it depends what it is. A family are attacked by a spirit in the house, and they call Ed and Lorraine Warren to come and investigate it. As soon as I watched that, I fell in love with horror absolutely instantly. So yeah guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, maybe press like if you like it. Comment down below if you have. Actually, comment down below what your top 10 horror movies are. I'd love to hear your suggestions. I'll reply to some of them if I can. And subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. And have a nice day.